Again, I've seen this in the music industry 1,000 times. I remember once I'm sitting here with an artist. He was not with me. He was, but he wanted to sign at the label. Not in my label, but in one of the labels, or the main label, I don't remember. And they were like, yo, so about the publishing. And the guy was like, oh, I'm not giving away my publishing. So the guy was like, yeah, okay. So then in the summer, we do the whole, the going on tour and everybody's going to the West Indies. So Kaysha, Sumia, Fanny G, Elisio, etc., etc. And the artist in question comes and say, yo, what about me? And they were like, what about you? What? Yeah, I mean, I need to go to the West Indies to defend my album too. And they were like, yeah, you can pay for your own ticket. And they were like, but I don't understand. I'm part of the, did you sign your publishing? No. So, yeah. You don't want the money to circle in. We don't have to bring you. All these people sign their publishing. And that's how people would sign their publishing. I've seen this happen 1,000 times. I've seen them do this with women who were super emotional and super scared about, losing your career, losing the 1,000 you were making per show and making 3 shows a week. Like, if somebody tells you, hey, listen, you might go from making 5 to 10,000 every month to not making anything anymore, just because you don't want to play in the game or do this or do that. And they would have them compete with the other girls or the younger ones. So you go to the older one and you tell her, yeah, you're 35. Yeah, you have to do this and this and this. And they're like, no, I want to go this way. And no, I don't want to do this show. Or no, I don't want to do these 10 free shows in the West Indies. And they're like, all right, cool, no problem. Yeah, don't do them. And then they will take the young one and they will make her go do all the shows. And the young one is looking at you like, but they don't realize that all of them are being played. And when I would sit down with the young one and the older one and tell them, what you should do is talk to this guy and that guy, they are my friends. And while everybody is in the West Indies, you don't need to go there in reality. You can go to north of France, you can go to south of France, you can go to Portugal, you can go to Strasbourg, east of France, you can go to Rennes, you can go to Brittany. Listen, you can go to some places in Africa. I have contacts. And while everybody is enjoying the summer, you stay here and you go to the cities where nobody wants to go. You go to the small places with the small clubs that don't pay that much. But if you can get 800 for every show you do during the summer, and you can do one every 3 days, do a show. At the end of the summer, you can amass, I don't know, let's say you do 10 shows every month. That's 8K. And then the second month you do another 10, that's 16K. And then the third month of the summer, let's say you do another 8. All right. That's 3 times 8, 8 out of 24. So that's 24,000. You have your 24,000. Here's what you're gonna do. Your rent is 1,000, right? All right, cool. So your rent is 1,000. You're gonna take 12,000 in all the money we're gonna make. That you're gonna make, but I'm gonna help you. Both of you. You're gonna take 12,000 and you're gonna put these 12,000 in your rent for the next year. So you don't have any stress of having a roof over your head. That's 12. So if you remove those 12, listen, that conversation really existed. I really had that conversation with those two girls. So that's 24,000 minus 12. So you have 12,000 left. Now we're going to take, in these 12,000, you're going to take 4,000 and you're going to put them just as a saving. You have 8,000 left. You're going to take 4,000. With these 4,000, you're going to invest in buying a camera so you can shoot your own music video, buying a microphone so you can record by yourself and you don't need to ask for permission to do thing and whatever. And you can even pay for a small music video, not as fancy as the things we does, but if you have your own camera, it's going to cost you less. And then with the 4,000 that is left, you can go on holiday. So everybody's in the West Indies looking at you like, hey, we there, but they don't get paid out there. And they think that they're good, but in reality, they are being played by the empire. And then you, if you paid your rent for the whole year, whenever there's a show that you don't want to do, you now have the power to say no. And if you went on holidays, you too can post pictures on Facebook so that the fans believe that you're rich too, but that you actually are rich for real because you make 30K during the summer. When all these people, they went there, but they sang for free. And yeah, they feel famous, but they're here on the hand where you are flying for real. And we would have these conversations and they would tell me, oh my God, that's so amazing. Thank you, Kaysha. Thank you so much. And then 2 days later, they would go to the label and pretend that now they're independent. And I don't know what they would tell them, but the next day they would fly to the West Indies and go sing for free. And I would be like, wow. And then they would look at me and tell me, bro, you think you can, like, you believe these people are intelligent like you? They just want to be famous, bro. And me, I was like, I remember the first time I was like, hey, listen, after the conversation I had with them, it's not going to work. Your shit's not going to work. And they would be like, yo, Eduardo, go to this artist's Facebook. Yeah. And they would show me the photo. Yeah. 48 hours later, they're already gone to sing for free. Because my plan is a great plan. But you have to work for your money. On the other hand, going with them, you don't have to work. You have to sit on their hands and you feel famous. You live in the West Indies for 3 months for free. You don't pay for nothing. You have a car. And yeah, you go perform every day, but for free, but you're doing promo. Me, I was telling them, listen, sometimes I go to places that are not exciting. I go to places, small clubs, dirty places, and places where you guys don't go. But you know what happens? The people that I go and I go see them, they respect me because nobody go to see them. And me, superstar, I go there. I will go to sing in a hangar. I will go because I sing for the people. I don't sing for the fame. And what happens is that when you get older and you're not famous anymore, the people that you went to sing for, they will call you and give you money, not because they need to see you or because they want to make money with you, but because they respect you. Because you respected them when you were famous. And not just when you were part of the big machines, you were like, nah, you guys are not good enough for me. That's why I make featuring with people that are not famous. Because when I was not famous, Jacob de Varia, rest in peace, did featurings with me. and he didn't ask me for shit ever. But that taught me that, yeah, listen, when you have the dedication and you work hard for your thing, yeah, you can work out of the machine and be good.